My name is Ashley.
And I'm Scott.
We actually met on christianmingle.com. We met and dated and quickly got engaged, married a year later. We had moved to Alaska to join a church up there as children's minister. And I think being around kids, being around families really prompted us to want to start trying. And so a year after we got married, we started trying to conceive. After that year mark, it sort of passed and it hit me for sure that, okay, this is going to be a journey. This is going to be difficult.
It took me a little bit longer, maybe more like a year and a half or 2 years to really let it sink in. Like, this is not going to be something that's just going to happen. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
So we did IVF a year and a half after we had started trying, which was June of 2010. And we conceived, and it was the first time we'd been pregnant. And unfortunately, we found out that it wouldn't be a successful pregnancy on my birthday. Not only was it that we weren't able to conceive, but now it was, are we going to be able to even carry?
You think after the third one, or even after the second one, you're like, well, this may not work. It took 5 for us to go, you probably should think about adoption. We felt like God was wanting to bless us with a child, but for whatever the reason, we were going through this trial, and we didn't know why. My easy way to explain things in the beginning was, we just got to trust God. We just got to trust God. And to be quite frank with you, I didn't really trust God. I was just saying that because it felt like the Christian thing to say at the moment to really get us through this emotional time. When you wrap your head around 5 and then you go to 6, you either say it because you mean it, or you just don't say it at all because it just becomes kind of a pleasantry, if you will.
We did IVF for the 4th time in December of 2014, and it didn't even work. So then I worried, oh, now we just can't get pregnant anymore, and now our window is closed. So he said, I'm willing to do one more round, but after that, we have to move on. Like, there's only so many times we can do this before we have to move on. And I remember getting up from that appointment, and I almost turned around and said to him, but God's going to do a miracle. That is when it changed, because God did something beyond my expectation. We spontaneously conceived our son in April of 2015 and had a very healthy and normal pregnancy. It was terrifying. I was so terrified the entire time. For I remember actually the first Sunday coming to church and finding Morgan and breaking down and just being like, I don't know what to do because I'm so scared. I was so scared. And I was scared every single day. But I remember I would drive to work praying and begging God that He would let us keep this baby. And every day got a little bit easier. And then we got to our second trimester, and then I would feel him move. And then all these ultrasounds of his sweet face, and then suddenly I was giving birth to this perfect baby boy. And it was only by the grace of God that we are here and that we have our son. It's amazing.
Aww. She waited a long time for you.
We had an unbelievable amount of people who prayed for us. This kid, Ezra, is more, he's our kid, but this is the culmination of thousands and thousands of prayers. God used something that was difficult and messy and made it into something incredible, and something that we would never have the reach that we had and the influence in people's lives that we had if we didn't go through what we went through.
God will put you in situations or allow you to be in situations. And many times as Christians and as Christian people, we say, God won't give you anything more than you can handle. But I feel like that's short-stated. It needs to have more. God won't give you anything more than He can handle without Him. I remember saying, but God doesn't do miracles for me. But He does. And it just takes that surrender, that full surrender of, okay, you have everything. Show me what you got.